Are you ready for a brand new event? Because 2KTV Tuesday is on the way. That's right, 2KTV fans, this one is for you. On Tuesday, July 12th, earn double XP by wearing 2KTV gear and playing games in the city. If you need 2KTV gear, you'll be able to pick it up at Swags. We can't wait to launch this special event, so we better see you out there. In the meantime, on June 25th and 26th,
now, introducing the starters for your Cleveland Cavaliers. At forward.
And we've got time for...
thank you, Kev.
Absolutely, David. He knows his role, doesn't he? Thanks for that report. Here's the starting group for Houston. Out on the perimeter, Clean Gordon. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Martin in at the point.
Substitution for the
Is it hard
Rockets.
to decide for a player when to play through an injury and when to sit?
Yeah, you know, so many factors to consider there, Kevin. I mean, is the injury going to get worse by you trying to play? Is it a matter of pain tolerance? And you won't do any additional damage. So that's the delicate dance you're trying to figure out when you're considering playing while not being 100%. The biggest one to me is obviously, is it a long-term impact if you continue?
Buries the long-range jumper.
This is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Up and in on the way.
Schroeder is so quick. He can get to the hoop at will. He's a really dynamic player, especially on the drive.
Pass to Stevens. Cleveland moving it around. And here's MP for three. The Rockets pull it in. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
3 seconds left. And that ball is up. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Cavaliers ahead. Now in his rookie season, Kevin Porter came off the bench. Now he's in Houston.
You know, coming off the bench, you kind of have a feel for the game.
And when Porter gets out to a hot start, great, he's shown he's capable of some big nights.
And finding some success with the Rockets, Kevin. Now it's all about consistency and finding ways to win games.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, you've got Kevin Love, MP out there with Sexton, and it's Stevens in at the 3 spot. And the second free throw, good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And here are the Cavaliers now. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, a pair of losses for them in the meetings last season. And the cold hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
Those were games where you thought they could get a win. But now they need to forget about it. It's in the past, let it go. They got to focus on the present. Try to make a better run of it this time.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Here's Stevens. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Rockets trailed by 19. And the pass to Şengün. Over Wade. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Wade with the ball for the Cavaliers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
guys. His consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And for Houston, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field.
And a memory I have of Colin Sexton in Alabama. How about he scored 40 points in a game where the Tide only had 3 players on the court down the stretch. The young fellow was undaunted.
Clock at 4. Got a hand on it. On the wing, MP. And it's off from three-point range. And in that game with only 3 players, Sexton almost led them to a comeback, Greg. In fact, they actually cut a 14-point lead down to 3.
And that tells you about Sexton's mindset. He was not prepared to let them lose, even under the toughest scenario you can imagine.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your powerhouse dance team.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Cleveland rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to
Rocket substitution.
switching it up here. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Christopher the pass to Nwaba. Yep, it counts.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so in the game for the Rockets, David Nwaba out there with Matthews. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Christopher in at the shooting guard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After making the finals 4 straight years from 2015 to 2018, there have been some lean years lately for the Cavaliers. Over the last 3 seasons, they've only won a couple more games than they did in a single season, the title season of 2016. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff says the losing is tough on everybody, but I look forward to the journey ahead. Kevin, back to you.
What do they say, D.A.? The journey is the reward. Thanks. A second left, and it's good on the way.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Passes it to Stevens. Back to Sexton. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Love finds MP. No good again that time.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Rockets have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Schroeder outside. Here he goes. A rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Here's Stevens. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Christopher. Back to Schroeder. Some nice passing there by Houston. Christopher, no good. For Cleveland, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Nwaba missing.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Lets the three fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Christopher's got his second bucket of the night.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Passed away. Outside, Sexton. Good on the three-point shot. Sexton's got 6.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that one's good.
Schroeder.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Cleveland ahead, just. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me,
Teams deciding to change it up. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible, and what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
They've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with MP. And it's Mobley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Green. Here's Şengün. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
and that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conference. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was
for Allen.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Gordon dishes to Martin. Banked in off the glass.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Here is Porter. And so it's Cleveland taking down the business of this game. This game may not be one of those for the side of the machine, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, how you been, man?
Good game last night. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hey, good rebound, MP. Good shot, MP. Shot up. I see you. Just like that.